Okay, let's go.
You know what this is. This is Off the Pages. You know what you tuned into. We are talking about the Mount Rushmore of comic book TV shows. Do you know who this guy is right here?
Ant-Man.
I'm Daniel, and we are here to give you guys some good comic book discussion right here. We're going to discuss these, each of our Mount Rushmores of comic book TV shows for you guys. For a live action, for you guys to think about, talk about, and go into the comment section and let us know, what's your opinion on the matter? Did we do good? Did we do bad? Like, how do you feel and everything? Us personally, we're like, is it? This is the right answer. What we talking about here? Follow me here. Okay? Who's going first? You or me? Nah, you're going first. You got a lot to talk about. People need to hear this stuff. Go ahead and let the people know who you got.
All right. Okay, let's do it. You ready? Let's go. TV show, Mount Rushmore, number 1. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh.
All right, look. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. had several story arcs. Each one incredible. A lot of I don't think they have a bad season in them. They have some seasons that were way better than the other. I'm not denying that. But a bad season, didn't have it. Not one. From episode 1, season 1 to like 8. I think it's like 8 seasons. Not 1 or 7, whatever. Don't have a bad season. Even the first season, which everybody kind of like forgets, because it's like the first season, they kind of find their footing. But the first, when you try to figure out what Agent Coulson, how he came back, because we all see him get stabbed in Avengers, and what he actually had to go through as he was like pulling up on the, as he found out that he wasn't into Tahiti or whatever island magical place it was. He was in a medical bay, and they were implanting memories in his head after they used Kree blood to give him to bring him back to life.
He's not fully human.
And a lot of people forget this. That Sky in the Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., everybody remembers her as Quake, as the Inhuman. She started out as a hacker for the team, had to work her way in the S.H.I.E.L.D., and got shot and killed. Almost died. They had to put her in a glass thing, kind of like Cinderella. And then they had to go find how Coulson was able to leave, break into the super secret off-the-books facility, and steal the alien blood. That's when Coulson found out what it was actually from. And before he could stop him, they put it in her. I bet you forgot about that, though, didn't you?
I did.
And that was all before.
All of that.
That was all before Winter Soldier. And the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., S.H.I.E.L.D. got disrupted, and they was off on their own doing all the other fun stuff. With the Inhumans and Ghost Rider being in and all that. That's an Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., my guy.
It's a lot of episodes.
They took anything from a B-list to D-list characters and did phenomenal stuff with them.
Definitely had D-listers in there.
We're talking about people from all the way to Deathlock, I think his name is. I forgot what Deathlock to Yo-Yo Rodriguez.
Yeah.
The definition of a D, maybe even F-lister.
New character.
Not a new character. She was not new for the show. She was in comics before the show in the early 90s, and they took her and made her like, yo, who is this? Let's do some more with it. Everything. As a matter of fact,
revitalized her career.
I don't know about that. I don't know.
They did it.
So that's number 1.
Number 1. Okay.
Oh, and the action scene, they had good action in every episode. And mystery. Because sometimes you didn't know if somebody was on the side of Coulson or not, whether they're good or bad or not. You didn't know any of that. Mm-hmm. That was all them. Number 2, and this is my favorite of all time. Arrow.
Of course it is. Yep.
And I'm going to start out with this. Everything you say about Iron Man, about what he did from the MCU, you should say it about Arrow and what he did for the CW and that whole slate of comic book shows. Yes. If it wasn't for him and how good that first season was, none of that stuff would happen. You wouldn't have had The Flash. You wouldn't have had Supergirl, even though it started somewhere else. Legends of Tomorrow, which all spawned off of him. Yep. Because of him, people kept making more DC shows. Like, what's your guy you love?
Black Lightning.
No, the other guy. Constantine. Constantine. You would have had none of these other pieces would have bought all because Arrow and how good he was. And that was the first season. That second season with Deathstroke took it to another level. Yeah, they had some bad seasons. 3, 4. I'm not denying that. Got a little iffy. But 5 through 8, after that was spectacular.
We don't talk about that.
I talk about it. I'm keeping it real.
I don't talk
But the good outweighed the bad so much is Yeah, you do. But just nothing but love and joy. And that's just number 2. And number 3. This one's gonna get a little sticky. The Gifted. I know. There's only 2 seasons. I get that. But the story was so powerful. And here's what I like the most about it. Yes. You know how he has an X-Men shirt on, so like, you know, everybody talk about the mutants, and they talk about the X-Men and these grand battles and dealing with congressmen and all that other stuff. We're talking about street level mutants dealing with the everyday, day to day, not living in some fancy mansion where they talk about human rights as they getting served up and got everything they ever need inside the mansion. We're talking about street level people dealing with day to day struggles. You're dealing with parents who raise their teenage kids, and then all of a sudden those kids end up with powers, and then you thrust into a world that you were actually actively against in your job. And shout out to my girl Polaris in that series. Her character and the choices he made, I was with her to ride or die. Ride or die. It don't help that she looked amazing, but also I believed in her right. So it's like boom. It was like you got me either way. You got me either way. And I know who your daddy is, so you come from good stock. Yeah. Gifted. I know it's a short series. I know this. 2 seasons, but 2 seasons that are better than a lot of stuff that has multiple seasons. Number 4.
Okay, here we go, people. Here we go.
This is it's not an underground classic, but still like a good one. Number 4, my Mount Rushmore is Lucifer. One of the greatest detective shows of all time.
Those are Fox. Everybody knows. Who doesn't know Lucifer? Everybody knows Lucifer.
It was so good when it left Fox, Netflix said, hey, pick that up and we run it 4 more seasons. Immediately, like nothing happened. Give me everybody. Give me the writers, the actors, the producers, cameraman. Give me the cameras.
Keep the party going.
We keep going. Okay, I just want to point this out. All right, because I wrote some stuff on this one.
Take your time. Read the notes.
All right.
Read the notes.
The character growth in this show was the most organic I've seen in any show, point blank period. Like everything, nothing about the show felt rushed. Even when they rushed new characters into the show, it never felt forced because the characters made sense inside that universe they were in, where everything stemmed from something religious. All right? Everything made sense. God's wife being Mother Nature, and how she was getting jealous because God's getting all the love. And so Lucifer ended up cutting space through time. She got to create her own universe. God, like in the final season, actually the second and final season, coming down, inducing it. People really calling God out for like, hey, look, man, yeah, you're God and you did all this, but you're a horrible father. Like all that was in there, and it just worked all the time. And with all these big story arcs that they have in the show, it still didn't forget its root. Every week they were solving a new case, and the cases and everything blended into each other. The main story arc bled into the weekly case solving. The case solving bled into the main story arc. Just phenomenal, man. Just absolutely phenomenal. And the acting in this was just top notch. And again, because it's such a long series, not that long. It was like an average length series. But everything was organic with it. Just flat out phenomenal, man. Flat out. That's my Mount Rushmore. I can't see a better list. I can't. Unless you want to put in Daredevil in. I didn't have room for it.
Which segues directly into my list of Mount Rushmores. And the first one I'm going to talk about is Daredevil.
Good answer.
Because Daredevil is one of the best projects put out that is Marvel related, in my opinion. Even though it started on Netflix and the people of Marvel didn't really put that much into it, it was still a phenomenal show. Great adaptation of the character. Did a lot of staying true to the comic book series. The action sequences are like phenomenal and so well known and remembered. And the acting and the it's not too often where you get an actor who portrays the character in such a light that you're like, that was the best choice you could have. Like, I don't see, whenever somebody says, I don't see anybody else doing that role, you know you did something. You did.
He looks weird when he don't have his shades on.
Right. You know you did something right and everything. Especially when you're like a person who can see, and it's your job to convince us that you're blind. The level of acting that he did into that simple thing right there, which is actually not simple, it's a big thing, but he did it phenomenally and everything. And then the fight scenes, and then the way that such a character who's been used, yes, definitely. The realism of it, the way that they brought it to more real life and everything, and made you more grounded.
Speaking on the fight scenes, I'm sorry.
Go for it.
But the hallway fight scenes.
There you go.
You talking about impact. Everything in Netflix did Marvel related had to have a hallway fight scene.
We expecting nothing less than great hallway fight scenes and the realism of it. Him even taking his time because he's actually out of breath and tired compared to your average superhero thing where it just keeps going and everything like that. Or it just keeps going and everything. You're getting a high five. It doesn't matter. It keeps going and everything else. Is like, normal superhero ones. They just fight and fight. It's like, yeah, they never get tired. What is going on and everything? No, this man was like,
I need a Gatorade.
He was like, I hit 4 people. I put 4 people down. Give me a minute. Okay, hold up. Oh, he's coming. Oh, swing left, dodge, swing left. Oh my God, I can't really see it, but I feel it and everything. And then, like, the man had the bruises and everything into the next episode, okay? All right. People were questioning stuff like how's he going to tell this line and everything? And even the lawyer part of his character was even very much portrayed in the show and done perfectly well and everything.
Yeah.
Like, this thing was all good. They intertwine all of what the character is in the comic into these shows. And that second season with your second character of Punisher was amazing.
And Elektra. Don't forget Elektra.
That story arc and Elektra in there and everything, how they incorporated that many different characters and personalities and then put it together and everything was just amazing. And Daredevil is on my Mount Rushmore of comic book TV shows. My number 2, because I don't do them in any particular order, but is Walking Dead. My goodness. The cultural phenomenon that Walking Dead did and how it brought so many people that were not comic book fans and still to this day argue, are we sure it really was a comic book? They say it was a graphic novel and everything else. No, it's a comic book, my guy. You just don't want to accept the fact that how good it was. It was like, there was never even any color in it. I've heard all this. There's not even any color in it, so can you call it a comic book?
I'm sorry, who said that?
What? Bro, you be surprised.
But normally say this stuff.
Exactly, what you said. All I know is...
Get off my culture.
I have people who will never ever pick... There's people out there in the world who will never in their lives pick up a comic book. But this is one of the shows that's on one of their lists that was watching everything. Now, like he said, it had some... Like he said with Arrow, it had some bad seasons. And I'm not... I 100% am one of those people who, despite the fact that it had more seasons, more good seasons than bad seasons, I still recommend it, and I will say this:
11 seasons, my God.
Yes, stop.
You have some bad seasons.
Stop at 8. If you stop at 7, you're good. You stop at 8, you gave it a try. Definitely stop at season 7, and you're good. You won't have to see anything else. This show was so phenomenal.
I think that's when I stopped too.
This show is so phenomenal and great. It sparked
several spinoffs.
So many spinoffs that it is insane. Some spinoffs that were great, phenomenal, and then
Fear of the Walking Dead, The Walking Dead World Beyond, Tales of the Walking Dead, The Walking Dead Dead City, The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon, The Walking Dead The Ones Who Lived.
Spinoff galore. Like this thing sparked a network, AMC, and put them on a whole new level and got them able to be taken serious and have the money and everything else because of the popularity of a show to create new shows and the money and the influence and the backing, and they got everything they needed out of it because of the greatness and the acting that was a part of this. And it gave other actors opportunities for other acting opportunities and everything. So it did a lot, all coming from comic book. Walking Dead, that's my number 2.
That was number 2?
That was my number 2.
Bro, you gotta speed this up.
Oh, my bad. Okay, number 3. The Flash. The Flash. Hold up, you did all the talking to begin with. The Flash.
That's different.
The Flash. The second spinoff from the Arrowverse. This is a comic book show. They could have. With most comic book shows, you could always go off the rails and do everything else.
Which they did.
You can go into like all these other storylines. No, they kept it comic bookish. This thing was so comic bookish, it was crazy. It was even the way, I love the way they even portrayed his speed, because that's like the number one thing that everybody has an issue with, is how you show the speed and everything and how fast they run. But no, the Flash was great from beginning to end. Amazing.
Whoa! I'm sorry. You said from beginning to end?
Yeah, I take the good with the bad with this one.
You know,
I accept.
No.
I accept.
No, I'm not saying accept it.
You just said hurry this up. I'm hurrying this up.
No.
Save that for later.
Let's take our time. Hold on. You said from beginning to end it was great. No. Stop
Your opinion. It's on my. This is my Mount Rushmore. It's on the list.
We all saw them lightsaber with lightning out of thin air.
Hey. They can do that now in the comics, actually.
I don't care what it's not good then, it's not good now.
It's in the comics. It's not
don't
good
care.
for you.
Just because it's in the comics don't make it good.
It's good TV. It's good TV.
No, it was not.
It was great TV. I can't help it.
What is your definition of great?
I can't help if this man, everything about him is fast, and that he understood and was able to figure out how to create lightning and grab the lightning and turn it into a sword and everything.
You know this is bad.
Because of his
they turned the Speed Force into
fast intellect and everything.
Different forces.
All right, so this last one is debatable, controversial, and he might say no. But it does have a comic book, and the comic book is great.
Did the book come before or after the show?
That's where the controversy begins. My last one, Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry guys. He has to. This video doesn't count. He's gonna redo that one. I'm so very sorry. I'm sorry. I do know.
It's a comic book.
That's like saying Charm is a comic book. It's a comic book show. Is Charm a comic book show?
Buffy the Vampire Slayer. There's a comic book out.
I don't care.
Is out there. It is a phenomenal show.
Not denying that part.
It is a.
We have rules here.
Oh, we do now. We didn't explain those rules.
Some rules ain't gotta be explained. Okay.
Do they?
Yeah.
Do they?
You don't walk up and smack somebody in the face. That don't have to be explained.
If you have beef with a person, you walk up.
You don't walk up to a
person. If you say on site, you goddamn Green Ranger that bad boy, and you pull it back and you
should have said the Power Rangers if you gonna do stuff like this.
No, I believe the Power Rangers show came out before the comic.
My point exactly. If you want to do it, you don't do Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Nobody even knows she has a book.
They do know. It is very successful. It is running very well and everything.
I don't care. I really just don't care. It's a terrible choice.
Cult. If there's ever a cult phenomenon, Buffy the Vampire Slayer is. If you've never seen the show, it ran for like all the way up until
7 seasons.
It ran
and 1997 to 2004.
What?
Yeah, that's 7, right?
What year you say?
1997 to 2004. That's 7, right? Yeah.
Some of the best TV show viewing, cultural phenomenon. Okay, like if it ever was a show that you needed to watch, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Like I said, this is the most controversial thing ever. You guys can argue all you want in the comment section. It's not a comic book TV show. So what?
Well, all right. So here's my thing, though, right?
Because he's doing research on the fly.
I have the internet.
Yeah.
So the comic book takes place after season 7.
Yeah.
So, again, if that's the case,
is
Charm the TV? Can Charm fall in this? Because Charm did the same thing.
Okay. So what is the official? How are we going? What is the official?
It's ambiguous, but my God. that big one to another level.
That's what I said.
All right, look. Hold on, I got it.
Okay.
If the series, if the comic book series only takes place directly after the show, then I can't call it a comic book show. Now, if you like the Power Rangers and just went back and just kind of like redid the whole thing as a comic book and changed up details, so you got like Lord Dragon and all that, then yeah, we could go with that.
All right, then we're going Power Rangers.
Okay, fine, we're good.
We're going Power Rangers.
That's
Off of his. But you guys go in the comment section. You let me know.
Buffy the Vampire was a crazy fool, my guy.
No, it's not. It is amazing. It is an amazing
crazy
TV show.
I'm not denying it.
Matter of fact, it might be it is somewhere on everybody's list and somebody's greatest TV shows ever. It's somewhere on everybody's
I'm not denying it. What I'm denying is that it was a crazy
cult. It is the definition of cult.
Because the TV show had an entire run, then it ended, then a comic book came out.
Mm-hmm. That's how phenomenal it was. They had to keep it going. Holy smoke! They had to keep it going, and
they did the same thing with Charm.
And the best way to do it was to put it in comics. They had to put it on paper. I like it. What do you guys believe? You guys let me know. Based off of his opinion and everything, and based off of what I said, what do you believe? Should Buffy the Vampire Slayer be allowed to get on there? Based off of his definition, in replacement of that, it is Power Rangers.
The first issue came out in 1998, though, so I don't know, right, guy. It's ambiguous.
It is, ain't it? Don't you? Oh, your brain's working that overtime. It's like, no, but yes. There's a comic book for it. But the timeline, your issue is the timeline.
I really
your issue is the timeline.
Because
I know is there's a comic book. And the comic book and the show are all connected.
But the comic book that people know from it apparently came out in 2007, which is after the show
came out, though. It's all connected, though. It's all connected, which is what you want.
The initial comics that came out between 1998 and 2004. They weren't considered canon to the TV show. Then from 2007, it was continuation of the show's narrative. So I don't know what the fuck's going on.
You guys,
I don't know what the fuck's going on.
This is what we're here for. You guys go in the comment section.
I guess you can Buffy.
Let us know your opinion on my last choice of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. If it's Nick's, should it be allowed to stay? Shouldn't it be allowed to stay? And until next time, guys. Oh, also, give us your Mount Rushmore of comic book TV shows. Yeah, we'll see you guys next time.
Deuces.
He's lost.
I'm stunned. I'm in shock and awe.